All right, good Sunday morning. It is 5:45. We're watching the tropics closely because this is the season where sometimes we get a little bit of it here. As we look towards the Atlantic Ocean, there are two systems that we are eyeing. The first one is already a tropical storm. This is Dorian, and this one is expected to go across the Caribbean. And then what it does from there, who knows? But we'll keep our eyes on that one. And then the other one actually is still not even organized into any type of a tropical system, but is expected to go offshore, maybe give us some high surf as we look towards the middle part of next week. Now, as we take a look closer to home, what we're eyeing for today is, first of all, a partly cloudy sky, which we already have over the state. But then as we look past 10 o'clock, the models want to put in an extra batch of clouds with some showers, especially into southeastern New England. That's where the focus would be, but we might see some of those showers coming into Connecticut as well. And so anytime after 10 a.m., we might see an isolated shower. I think most of us will actually have a day that's dry, that'll be partly cloudy with sometimes the clouds overtaking just briefly. But I think especially across eastern and southeastern Connecticut, there could be some times where it does turn mainly cloudy for a little while, and we do have an isolated shower passing by you. Let's take the graphics full screen, and we will go on in time here and show you with our Futurecast how things will evolve. That by 9 o'clock in the morning, this model is saying, yeah, there'll probably be some extra clouds across a good chunk of the state for a little while. But notice how not all the time. Once we get to noon, you see how some of the clouds go away, especially across western Connecticut, but that there are those showers threatening as we look between 10 o'clock and noon. This might even be overdone. We're not seeing any of this out over the ocean waters yet. The radar beams do go pretty far out there, and we're not seeing anything yet. But we'll see what happens, because at least we'll have a few isolated showers rolling in from the north and the east. And we're seeing some of these at 3 o'clock this afternoon, too. You can see how we have a blend of clouds and sun, and then underneath some of those clouds, a few showers. So a changeable sky, I think, is what will happen today. Any of these rain showers will be very quick. I don't think they're going to be very heavy. I don't think they should be, for any reason, to change any plans to be outside today. But it's just something to be aware of, that you might get a tiny bit wet for just a little while as they're passing by. Here's about 7 o'clock this evening, and we still see a partly cloudy sky. Most of the showers should be done by about 7, and certainly by 9 o'clock tonight, things are just quieting down, and we're not seeing any issues with these anymore. And then going into the morning hours tomorrow, notice how it's partly to mostly clear. And I think the day tomorrow is going to be a lot better than today, in that we won't have much more of this activity to deal with, other than maybe a stray sprinkle, as you see there. So even when you compare today and tomorrow, tomorrow's looking better in several ways as we look towards the end of your Monday. So that is good news, I guess, if you have Monday off, but a lot of us don't. So today, though, at least it's not to the point where you need to cancel any plans. It's just a situation where you may get a little bit wet. And because temperatures now in the 50s will only get in the 70s, you might want something a little bit extra with you, just in case if you do get wet, you get a little bit chilled. 58 degrees is the temperature in East Hampton. That's at Laura's house. We have Bristol at 56, and Mansfield Center is also coming in at 53. I do expect temperatures today to go into the 70s, about 76 inland, and along the shoreline, low to mid 70s, maybe about 75 or so. And with that, we will have this variably cloudy sky. Sometimes we see the sun like we're seeing now. At other times, the clouds will overtake, somewhat changeable with that chance for an isolated shower, especially across eastern and southeastern Connecticut. Then tomorrow will be nicer in that I don't think we'll have as much the chance for a shower. In fact, that's down to near zero with a temperature of near 75. Tuesday's looking nice too, with highs in the upper 70s, and lower 80s are going to happen on Wednesday. Our next chance for rain, and it's a meager one, is going to be happening on Thursday. It looks like a weather front's going to come through, but it might be coming just early enough that it really doesn't gather up the energy to produce any heavy rain with it as it's passing on by.